Country with Robert Miguel.
Coyote Country.
104.9.
Monster Jam's coming to San Antonio at the Alamodome, and we got one of the drivers, the driver of Dragon, on the phone right now, Mr. Jon Zimmer. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's everybody in Texas?
Man, we're having a good time. We are looking forward to Monster Jam. It is always a wonderful event. Of course, like I said, this weekend at the Alamodome in San Antonio. Now, have you been out here to the Alamodome before?
I actually have. I've been there quite a few times in my career, and it's truly one of our favorite places to come, mainly just because the fans there are just honestly off the hook.
Well, yeah, we like our Monster Jam down here in Southwest Texas. Now, you've been doing Monster Jam for what, about 15 years almost? Is that what I'm looking at on your website?
Yeah, I've been driving just over 15 years. I've been involved in one form or another as far as either crewing or a crew chief for right around 20.
Okay. Well, now tell me this. Now, you're the driver of Dragon. First of all, give me a little backstory on Dragon, the vehicle, the monster truck. How long have you been driving Dragon, and how long has Dragon been around?
This will be my third season in the Dragon Monster Jam truck. It's been around, I'd say roughly around 5 or 6 years, somewhere in there. I actually switched to it, like I said, 3 seasons ago, and I love it. It's one of the funnest trucks I've ever gotten to drive in my career. Mainly just because it's exactly what it is, man. It's a dragon.
It's so cool looking. I imagine like the young boys, that love their dinosaurs and whatnot are just really the ones that really gravitate toward it, although I'm sure there's plenty of girls that like it too. But yeah, I mean, the design is awesome. It's radio, so I'm going to go ahead and explain it. It's like a green dragon with crazy teeth and horns. And tell me this, on the inside, these monster trucks are so cool. They're so unique. They've all got their own style and kind of theme. Who comes up with that stuff, and how hard and how frequently do you have to kind of put those things back together?
As far as the designs of the truck, it used to be just when Monster Jam first got going, it was just random thoughts people had. That's how you came up with your truck name. But as years have progressed, they have a full design team. You try to think of what's the fans going to want to see, and in this case, a true dragon really went over big with the fans. This year it's actually called Dragon Ice.
Right.
So it's the green one that you see, but now it's blue.
Right. I was going to say, it's very cool. It kind of reminds me of the old Mortal Kombat game, where you had a reptile and then you had what was it, the ice guy, Sub-Zero. It almost looks like, like the Sub-Zero version of that. I don't know if you're old enough to remember Mortal Kombat, but I sure as heck do.
No, I do. Trust me.
All right. So what was the inspiration to go ice, and freeze this bad boy?
Well, that's a new. It's called Fire and Ice. It's Spin Masters. So you'll see another truck on the tour. I believe this one is the Megalodon Fire version. So it's almost like we go and obviously we're all competing against each other, but for me, I'm part of Team Ice and the Megalodon's part of Team Fire, so we kind of have our own little competition there. So it's something new for this year that we think is going to go over great with the fans. I'm super excited to get into a brand new style dragon. The coolest thing is it still breathes fire.
Do you have a whole cool line of Ice Dragon merch now that's available, or is that still coming?
Oh, it should be out there at the show. Like I said, I love it. I just got my new ice blue fire suit in, so I'm super excited to get down there.
Now, I haven't really been keeping up with the Monster Jam as well as I should. I love it. My kids probably pay more attention than I do. But outside of your rivalry, are there any other cool rivalries we should be paying attention to come this weekend at the Alamodome?
Oh, definitely, for sure. Team Gravedigger will be there as always with Charlie Pauken, who's a very close friend of mine and a great, really an amazing driver. So anytime a Gravedigger's around, you want to beat him.
Right.
You have Mikey Potter Jr., who's a past world freestyle champion in an Overkill Evolution, who he's another amazing driver. Really, it's, when we get our tours for the year, we get them a little bit early, and we get to see who we're with and which trucks we're going to be touring with. And when I saw this tour, it was like, oh, wow, it's 100% amazing competition as far as the drivers go. So the fans really are in for a treat.
Well, again, we're talking to Jon Zimmer, driver of Dragon, for Monster Jam this weekend at the Alamodome in San Antonio. So tell me, what's your greatest experience or the coolest story you've got thus far with Monster Jam?
For me, I truly was that, we have a lot of young kids getting into the sport now. My son's going to be crewing this year for the first time.
Wow.
And eventually, hopefully, moving to a driver's seat. But for me, I started as that little boy, 8-year-old kid that saw a Monster Jam truck and dreamed of doing it. So I've gotten to really, truly live my childhood dream for almost 20 years now. I've been all over the world with the Monster Jam trucks. I drove for Team Gravedigger for over 5 years of my career. So there's so many great memories, but really what it all comes back to, for me especially, is it's the memories we have with our fans. It's seeing the little boys and girls, 15 years ago when I started, and then now I still get to see them grown up and adults, and it really is. It's an awesome sport to be involved with, and it's mainly because of our fans.
Yeah, and you stay in the game long enough, you're going to see them with their kids. Isn't that insane?
Yes, that's it. It definitely, to this day, I'm already seeing that. So
Oh, my Lord.
Either I'm getting way too old, or kids just grow up quick.
You're a veteran, sir. You're just a pro, man. Well, it's a pleasure talking to you. Hey, give us a quick story about maybe your worst brush with disaster, or have you ever gotten injured, anything like that?
Well, the coolest thing in 20 years for me is no, I've never been injured. The Monster Jam trucks are unbelievably safe. When I get in my truck and I am strapped in and ready for that event that night, that feels like home to me. That is my office. I know that I can go out there, and if it ends up cartwheeling, flipping, crashing, ripping every part off that truck, I know I'm fine. So I've truly never been hurt, over 30-something backflips and crazy crashes, and I'm good.
Well, man, we are so excited about the big event this weekend. Again, that's this weekend at the Alamodome in San Antonio. Monster Jam 2019. Jon Zimmer here, driver of Dragon. We are looking forward to seeing you, sir. Thank you so much for the time to check in and tell us all about the big show, okay?
Thank you guys very much. We look forward to seeing everybody out there Saturday and Sunday.
Real Country with Robert Miguel.
Coyote Country.
104.9.